She's sugary, she's spice. She is everything plus nice. Take her one-on-one class and she provides the best advice. She'll take you down to the trenches, but only to lead a new way. Only for the sake of you and your legacy to establish a new day. Let's give a warm welcome to the Chief Reprimander and the Supreme Hugger, G. Smith.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Tuesday. Welcome to the Inner Cheese Show. I am your host, Chi Smith, your wellness care counselor. Listen, like and share, and also let us know where you are tuning in from in the comment section. We are streaming on 3 to 4 different platforms on tonight, so we are truly grateful for that. Chi Smith Facebook page, Chi Smith Facebook page, BBC TV Facebook page, as well as in EarthG TV on YouTube. So definitely go to YouTube and subscribe, become a subscriber. There is a lot of content and information from many moons ago that can help you, bring you up to date as far as why she is maybe in the realm in which she is today and the season in which she is speaking to on today. So guys, listen, without further ado, those of you who tune in here every Tuesday know to go get your pen and your paper. Why? Because research shows that when you write things down, you remember them a lot longer. But not only that, you have a place of reference, right? So you want to write things down as I am sharing with you, and we have different talking points. There's different gems that may, appear and or become visible inside. And so you want to be able to write those gems down, write down those things that really pierce your spirit as you're listening on tonight, and then have it as a point of reference to go back to remind you, right? And to either take action or just to keep it in your memory bank and your subconscious at all times, right? So again, thank you guys so much. Again, not only go get your pen and paper to write things down, but most importantly, listen, we're here for ourselves. We're also here for other people. We're not selfish here at the Inner Cheese Show. There's no judgment zone at all. We are here to learn. We are here to build, to rebuild, right? We are here to understand where we are and go back and bring it forward without any pain, right? That's the most important thing. As you tune in every week, as you tune in on the very specific topics in which intrigues you to press forward and move forward. You don't just get it for you. We don't judge. We get the information, we meditate on it, we assess it. And then once we've conquered it, once we've graduated, then we want to share that information with others, right? And then let them conquer, let them get the information, let them do the self-evaluations and assessments, let them conquer it, let them graduate, and then so on and so forth. And before you know, it's a full domino effect and people are changing and the world is a better place. So tonight, it may be another heavy one. Guys, we are in a wonderful series called The Dysfunctional Family. I really appreciate you guys. We have gone from understanding what dysfunctionality means, what functional means. We've talked about lies. And tonight, we were going to talk about value systems, and we're going to cover that next week. But tonight, we're going to talk about unresolved conflict. That's right, unresolved conflict. Because, guys, it is a known fact that a lot of our dysfunctionality comes from unresolved issues, unresolved conflict. So we're really going to dissect what that means and why has it been so prevalent maybe in your family, your community, your church, your job, right? So when we talk about dysfunctional family, let's understand this and let's kind of debunk the myth. Dysfunctional family could absolutely mean your immediate and or extended family, right? Those that you share the same DNA, right? You share the same name. That could be absolutely an option. But we're talking about anything that creates a unit, something that comes in unity, individuals that come together in unity. But we did start the series off as it relates to our Creator's intended purpose for family. What does that mean? What does that look like? So a lot of what we share tonight will formulate and or be in that realm, but understand that you can use these concepts and these principles for anything that you find yourself in. There are so many groups, on social media handles. You got a group here, a group there, a network group here, there. You've got people meeting in person. You got people meeting virtually online. Again, you may have a certain community or family that you've created at your place of employment. We absolutely have in different communities where there are churches that consider themselves as families, not necessarily church members, but my family member. You've grown up with these people, you've learned these people, you've ate at their house, you've communed together on so many different facets. So I really want you guys to utilize these principles. But we're talking about unresolved conflict on tonight. So let's kind of do a quick recap. You guys know we do that every week. We want to kind of recap what dysfunctionality means. What does dysfunctional mean? And we won't stay too long on it because we've got some things to cover, and we've got a few announcements on tonight as well too that you guys absolutely want to know about. So dysfunctional meaning not operating properly. Dysfunctional. It is not operating properly. It is troubled. It is distressed. It is distraught. It is imbalanced. It is unstable. Okay. Anything that's dysfunctional, it doesn't have a leg to stand on. D-Y-S. We love to kind of dissect words. Words have meanings, but words also have power. And if we don't understand what words mean, we really won't understand the effect in which it may have on us indirectly or directly. I think we take words for granted. You know, they in the word, it says that life and death is in the power of the tongue. So if that is the case, if life and death is in the power of the tongue, then the things that come out of our mouth are words, and words have meaning. What type of meaning am I giving a person in which I am communicating with? That's a rhetorical question. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. D-Y-S. What does dis mean? D-Y-S. It means bad. It means difficult. So if dysfunctionality means not operating properly, then it's got it. I mean, it is what it is. It's not a positive experience. Functional. What does functional mean? Functional means purpose. The functional part of the dis means purpose. So if we've got dis and we've got functional, if functional means purpose and dis means negative or bad or difficult, then we've got an imbalance here. Come on, purpose is supposed to be great. But somehow dysfunctional, two words put together, means a difficult purpose or a bad purpose. And I don't think our creator created anything bad or difficult, right? So that right there lets us know that somewhere along the way, things just got out of order. Okay. Let's keep going. As it relates to the family, again, a lot of what we cover tonight is going to be family. And guys, I'm going fast because we've got a lot of information to cover on tonight. So stick with me or definitely go back to the replay. Hello, Miss Maisha. How are you? Hello to our wonderful people who are tuning in here tonight on Facebook, both platforms, BBC TV and Cheese Smith Facebook page, as well as YouTube. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like and share, tag your friends, your family members, someone who you feel that really could benefit from tonight's session, tonight's show. So again, we're talking about unresolved conflict. So as it relates to the family means one or more individuals living together as a unit. Okay. And that is a combination of adults and children coming together to create a family dynamic, a family unit, something that is designed and suitable for children and adults. Suitable. Absolutely. Okay. So let's really let's dive in. Let's do one more holistic meaning of a dysfunctional family. It is one in which family members are impaired. Impaired. The whole family. Dysfunctional family is one in which family members, that means all the members, going back to what we talked about family is one or more members, one or more individuals living together as a unit. In this case, dysfunctional family is everybody. Every member is impaired emotionally, psychologically, and possibly spiritually. Think about that. If you currently right now are thinking about your family and your upbringing and the different members in your family, is there any impairment? Is anybody impaired emotionally, spiritually, psychologically? Okay. Just keep that Put that back here in your memory bank somewhere in your library. Okay. Now let's talk about conflict. Because I'm telling y'all, I was like, woo, unresolved conflict. Nobody wants to work through the conflict, which is why we got so much dysfunctionality, because nobody wants to deal with it. We have to deal with it in order to find the functionality. How do we know if this is accurate and or correct? If we don't ask questions, if we don't go looking for answers, if we don't pull in the right individuals who were once involved. See, we live in a world now that it is easy to find information. We are in the informational era. Absolute information is everywhere. And sometimes we are in information overload. So information is everywhere. But now, because information is everywhere and it's at your fingertips, the question is, will you go looking for the answer? Will you go look for the resolution to the conflict? Will you go look to the resolution of the challenge and the issues and the impairment? Will you be that functional part of the dis? Will you be the purpose in it all? That'll hit home later. All right, let's talk about conflict. Conflict. Ooh, what is conflict? Conflict. Y'all, these words just really messed me up today. I'm just telling you. Conflict. Conflict is a struggle or an opposition. Conflict. If you're struggling, it's a conflict. It's an opposition somewhere. It's a war going on somewhere. You can't see it. Maybe you can see it. Conflict. An open clash between two opposing groups or individuals. Conflict. Again, guys, we're moving very fast here, but you can go catch the replay. But we're talking about unresolved conflict within family. Now, you can apply this to your church family. You can apply this to your employer family. You can apply this to your community family, whatever that looks like to you, extended, immediate, all of that. You can apply these concepts, but we like to dive deep into words. Conflict, a struggle or an opposition. Conflict, an open clash between two opposing groups or individuals. Conflict, a disagreement or argument about something important. Conflict, to go against rules and laws. Conflict. As you think about your family makeup, your family dynamic, all the members, has there ever been any disagreement? Has there ever been any open clashes? Have you found that people just naturally go against whatever rules is placed? You got those family members who just refuse to go with the rules of the engagement. Okay. Somebody just always got to go against the rules of engagement. Right? Conflict. Some people live for the conflict. Some people live for the disagreement. They live for that, but we're gonna figure out why. It's a reason for that. Okay. Okay. All right. Keep going, Chi. Violate. Y'all remember these words because we're going somewhere. I need you to travel down memory lane with me. Violate. Conflict is a violation. Complete violation. Okay. Now let's talk about the root word, con. Now we've heard the word con artist, ex-con, whatever, right? This messed me up, y'all. This messed me up as it relates to family. Swindle. Swindle. Manipulate. Persuade. Burden. Victimize. Woo! I'm sweating, y'all. I'm sweating. You can't even see it. I'm sweating. Swindle. Manipulate. Persuade. Burden. Victimize. Your families have been swindled, manipulated, persuaded, victimized. They've been burdened. The whole family or family members, because you know it only takes one. So the question is, who was swindled? Who in the family was conned? See, people do what they do because they believe what they believe. So it only takes one person to set the tone and then create it to be a place of normalcy. And then you start believing it, and then you start acting it out. It becomes a behavior. And then before you know it, those that are coming along aside of you and those that are coming up behind you seem to deem that behavior as normalcy. So you really don't know that you've been conned and that you've been learning from the conned behavior. So you carry it on within the family dynamic and the family structure and the family unit. And before you know it, the family members have become impaired emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. Y'all talk to me in the comments section. Yeah. Who was conned? Somebody believed it. Somebody carried it out. Somebody was victimized. And because of that, that's where the conflict comes in. That's why they in violation of the family rules of engagement. That's why they seem to like disagreement and like to argue. They were conned, y'all. It may seem like they like clashing with different family members. They were manipulated, y'all. Somebody swindled. They were swindled. And don't you know that when those things happen, it is generally when an individual is at their most vulnerable state. Can you honestly say that you know why Uncle Bob or Uncle Jim act that way? Do you know when the time and day in which they were manipulated? Can you put a timestamp on when Auntie Marie was burdened with something? We talking about unresolved conflict on tonight, y'all. I'm just helping us out because it is absolutely evident that we respond to things that are surface. But a part of one of the announcements tonight is for you guys to go and sign up for the 3rd annual Let's Change Together Women's Conference, those of you who are women, because my topic in particular, as one of the wonderful speakers, and I'm honored to be, is healing below the surface. Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to sign up for that. I'm gonna need you to sign up for it. You can absolutely go to unearthyou.com and you will go to the services tab and you will absolutely see where you can sign up for the conference. It is August 13th through 14th. Please go and sign up. Because see, things like this unresolved conflict, if we really took the time out and went below the surface, we'd figure out who the cancer really was in the family. Why is there a running whatever? See, I'm going to need to debunk the myth. I'm going to need to set y'all free because today is to tell the truth Tuesday, not set you free Saturday. However, if we were just to tell the truth and went below the surface, we'd stop saying it runs in the family. You saying it runs in the family came from Aunt JoJo, Mama Joe, Cousin Joe. How can we resolve the conflict, y'all, if we keep the lies or going against the rules of engagement alive? Huh? I'm going to need y'all to sign up for this conference. Healing Below the Surface, baby. We giving free gems. We giving you gems. Sign up for both days. Healing Below the Surface. Come on. Now, this was another thing that messed me up. I like to dive deep into words, y'all. I'm telling y'all, words have meaning. Words have power. What are you speaking? Some of our unresolved conflict is not only the fact that we were swindled, manipulated, persuaded, victimized, and burdened, but we're keeping it alive. Words have power. You trying to figure out why you can't get rid of certain things that's running in the family? It's because those powerful words are deeply rooted. That came from great. And who's allowed to tell the truth about that's where it came from so that you can debunk the myth? That's why we got to talk to the family members. Whoever is still living, you better pick up the phone this week. You better send a text message. Huh? Send an email, write a letter, fly a kite with a letter attached to it with a balloon, like you did in elementary school. Okay? The etymology meaning for conflict. In the Greek, it's to outwit, outsmart, hoax, deceit. To study or examine carefully. Who has been studying and examining your family and your family members? See, it hurt my heart. I was on social media yesterday and there was a video. It looked like somebody was in South America, whatever. I'm not judging. I'm being for real. And some little girl was at some ice cream booth or whatever, and the lady was helping, blah, blah. But the lady who was helping was very attentive to this little girl. And then you had another person send it over to the side, and you guys may have seen it, I'm not sure. And anyway, the person was just like post up at this pole and was just on the phone and act like they were talking to somebody, blah, blah, blah. And nevertheless, the lady who was helping the little girl at this ice cream booth totally kept her from being kidnapped. And you see that the person who was trying to grab her or who had intentions on grabbing her was looking all like discombobulated, like, dang, the plan didn't go as planned, and got into the car and like sped off or whatever, like jumped into the backseat and like sped off. Whoever was driving like sped off, right? And so it is with your family. See, the enemy doesn't care how it kills you, how it distracts you, how it dismembers your family. It'll do anything, and it'll do it when ain't nobody looking, right? So like, I'm gonna need you to catch what I'm dropping. I'm trying not to go too deep. We don't have a whole bunch of time, but I really want you guys to grasp this concept that con is to study and to examine carefully. Something, somewhere, somehow, somebody was able to study your family, to study your family member, and swindle them, manipulate them, persuade them, victimize them, and burden them at their most vulnerable state, when they weren't looking, when they weren't on guard, when they weren't on their post. As we used to say back in the day, caught you slipping. Slipping on your pimping. That's what we used to say. Slipping on your pimping. I'm telling my age. That's okay. Listen. Slipping on your pimping. And most of all, in the Greek, con means to direct the steering or the course of. Understand that the unresolved conflict in your family is meant to steer you from the course of the divine purpose in which your family is to fulfill. Did y'all just hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? The unresolved conflict that is happening in your family today is all in the name of redirecting and steering you away from the course of the intended purpose. Guys, we will be right back. We'll be right back. We got to go to a commercial. We'll be right back, y'all. This is good. Tell your family and friends, tune in. Like and share, like and share. We'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. It's G Smith here, the founder of NRG Therapy. What is NRG Therapy, you may ask? Well, NRG Therapy is a place of comfort and no judgment zone. What are the benefits of experiencing NRG Therapy? Well, here, one will receive an increasing amount of individual self-awareness, encouragement, self-love, identifying boundaries, enhancing communication skills, and improving the use of healthy coping mechanisms. Who is NRG for? NRG is for anyone looking for alternative methods toward a healthier lifestyle. NRG has a strong community focus on those who fall into the autoimmune, deficiency, and disease community. Why, you may ask? Great question. Like many in this community, NRG too is a member of this community. And what better way than to identify with someone who has learned to manage sustainability while too assisting others. So, for a limited time, NRG is waiving the first timer consulting fee. And guess what? Your first class for free. Yes, guys, it's free. So in essence, you will receive 5 sessions for the price of 3. That's a pretty doggone good deal. Now again, for a limited time, NRG is waiving the first timer consulting fee and your first class for free. All individual appointments are offered in person and or virtually. So sign up today at www.nerfg.com. That's www.inearthgie.com. Go to the services tab and click on NRG COVID-19 Well Now.
Hi, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Inner Chi Show. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you dedicating your Tuesday evening to where we share information to help you build and or rebuild the family structure. That's right. We are here to build and or rebuild the family structure, as well as provide you guys with principles so that you can absolutely be your optimum self, as well as be able to fulfill the divine purpose in which you were sent here on this beautiful earth to fulfill. Now we are talking about tonight unresolved conflict. Unresolved conflict. So with that being stated, what we are going to do very quickly is we're going to kind of run through a checklist of unresolved conflicts, that you may be currently experiencing in your family. That's something that you guys may have thought about and you may not have thought about. But these are different characteristics to let you know that you have unresolved conflict in your family. Okay. Number one, do you suppress your emotions? Do you suppress your emotions? Do you find yourself not being able to fully express yourself around your family and or family members? It may be some unresolved conflict, some unresolved issues if you feel that you cannot properly express your emotions. Okay. Do you fear personal criticism? Well, you can't open up emotionally, but you feel like you can't say or do anything because you fear that you're going to be criticized no matter what you do. There may be some unresolved conflict there, right? Do you feel you must rescue others? Do you feel like you must rescue others? You're always going to someone's defense, coming to someone's defense. You have a reason why they did. You have a reason why they said, and you overhear a conversation at the family get together, the family dinner, and you jump in before the other person finishes, and you finish their sentence, and you tell them the why. There may be some unresolved conflict if you're probably operating in that capacity. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Again, we're covering right now the checklist of unresolved conflicts. This is to let you know that you may have unresolved conflicts in your family, in your dysfunctional family, that we are working towards making functional, right? That is the goal. We're going to make this family functional. Say it. My family is functional. Put it in the chat. My family is functional. I need you to decree and declare it. I need you to believe it so that you can receive it. Okay? Some of us aren't declaring anything. Therefore, whatever's been said along the family, it's in our family. So-and-so been like this forever. This is how it is. Our family do this. Our family do. You got to decree and declare something different, or else you're falling in the same category as that person who was swindled, manipulated, victimized, burdened. All right, let's keep going. Do you have difficulty having fun or relaxing? Ooh, baby, listen, you may have some unresolved conflict in the family. If you can't find yourself having a good old time, you on a whole cruise. You done paid your money, okay? And you can't relax around the family? Well, come on, Joanne, we about to go do the little skydiving thing. I'm all right. Y'all go on ahead. You may have some unresolved conflict if you have a difficult time having fun. Let's keep going. Do you confuse pity with love? You probably never thought about that. Is it pity? Meaning you don't plan to get better. You don't even want to get better. You want somebody to go from here and come down low with you and just waddle in the sadness, in the breakage of it all, in the low energy of it all, in the valley of it all. Or are you really looking for someone up on the mountaintop to see you in the valley, come down and get you, give you a little pep talk, and then hike your way back up to the mountain to where they were? That's a good one. Do you confuse pity with love? Hey, Do you just have unresolved anger toward any family member? Any and all of them. You don't like none of them. They all get on your nerves, okay? You just got unresolved issues, anger issues with everybody. Can't nobody do nothing right. They all suck. There may be some unresolved conflict if you find yourself having unresolved anger. Like no matter what, the conference you've gone to, as many journals you got up on your bookshelf, no matter how much counseling you've gone through, no matter how many deep breaths and yoga classes and all this and all that, you didn't do Reiki, you didn't did this, you didn't went to the tent revival and all of it. You just can't seem to get rid of this unresolved anger with the many family members, or maybe just that one. Some conflict there. Something went against the rules of engagement. Do you fear abandonment? Do you find yourself dealing with abandonment and you fear that the next person that comes in your life is going to abandon you like so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so, and so-and-so? That you operate in the spirit of loneliness, if you will. Like you just got to always have somebody around you. You can't be by yourself. You can't go to the movies by yourself. You can't go have dinner by yourself. You can't travel by yourself. You got to always have somebody with you. Now, I get it. I agree. Sometimes it is fun to have that BFF and somebody that you can just really have a good time with. But at some point, you got to have some me time. But if you have a challenge with having that me time, you may have some unresolved conflict because you might really be dealing with not only the spirit of loneliness, but maybe rejection. Or maybe abandonment. Maybe you've been left from the people that you love the most, left you the most. There's some unresolved conflict there. And maybe even that, the fear of abandonment is what triggers the anger for that family member. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe you got a problem with Cousin Tony, because Cousin Tony was supposed to be there with you that night that this happened, and Cousin Tony decided to go and be with his girl and left you by yourself with somebody you didn't know. Here's another one. Do you violate, we talked about that word, your own conscience in order to please others? Do you put your own conscience, what you know is right, on the back burner in order to please somebody else? We may have some unresolved conflict. Unresolved conflict can absolutely be a traumatic combination of circumstances. A lot of individuals who have unresolved conflict are overachievers at work. They get caught up in the busyness of work. They're constantly working on things to just stay busy. That was for somebody. And lastly, do you feel that you need to control other people? Maybe you kind of grew up and you never felt like you had control. You never had a voice in the family. No one considered you. And then once you became old enough, you confuse your age with adult, and I can say and do what I want. So before you know it, you're taking over every conversation. You don't give people an opportunity to really fully answer you respond to you, or even them themselves share, because you got to take control. Maybe some unresolved conflict there. Guys, we'll be right back. And when we come back, we will end our show. So don't leave. Don't leave. Go take a quick bio break, but don't leave. Come right back as we end tonight's Unresolved Conflict show in the realm of dysfunctional family. I like to leave you guys with a little note for you to meditate on for the remainder of the week. We'll be right back.
Is an autoimmune disease, you may ask. It is a condition in which your immune system attacks your body. The immune system responsibility is to guard against germs like bacteria and viruses. When it senses these foreign invaders, it sends out a signal of fighter cells to attack them. In an autoimmune disease, the immune system confuses parts of your body, like your joints or your skin, as foreign. It releases proteins called autoantibodies that attack healthy cells. Autoimmune diseases can target one or more organs. For example, type 1 diabetes damages the pancreas, while others like lupus affect the whole body. With NRFG, they help everyday people such as yourself with understanding their conditions, help them manage it, and build a long-lasting healthy lifestyle. Of course, this is through holistic practices and home remedies. So what are you waiting for? Come on and join the NRFG journey.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you guys again so much for tuning into the Energy Show. Listen, tonight's show was very quick and it was very fast, but we had a lot of information and content to cover. I really hope that you guys go back and catch the replay. Excuse me. Replay. And, have these conversations around the dinner table. Have these conversations at your next family gathering, right? Whether it's a virtual gathering or in-person gathering. I'm a family woman. I love my family. I love my family. Anybody who knows me and anybody who knows me in the family know I'm gonna go hard for the family. Even my husband knows I'm gonna go hard for my family, his family, everybody, right? Because I just believe in the purpose in which we were created as a unified front. We were created to come together as a unit to fulfill a purpose while here on this earth. And if we don't understand that we are many members but one body, and if we don't understand that we have to work in unification for the divine purpose, the mission, the goal, we will miss the mark. And so it hurts me to see the various dysfunctionality within families, the various dysfunctionalities that are continuously plaguing our families, because it doesn't have to. But it is also a known fact from last week's show that is all because of the lies, right? So we spoke about that just a few minutes ago. Con, right? You've heard the word con. Whenever you hear the word con, you immediately put it in a place of deception, right? A place of lies, a con artist, an ex-con, someone who just did not have any positive, meaningful intentions. And so I want you guys to really, really contemplate in your family, pray for your family, journal about your family, write about the lies of your family that you no longer want to live, write about the things that have been plaguing your family. I don't care if it's down to mental disabilities, down to health issues. Everybody ain't got to have high blood pressure. Everybody ain't got to have diabetes. Everybody ain't got to have heart problems. Everybody ain't got to deal with obesity. Come on now. Deception in the family causes destruction. Period. And until we uncover the lies and replace them with the truth, then we'll continue down the path of brokenness. And I just don't believe that that is our Creator's plan. It was not the original plan. So I actually tune in here every week. Why? So that you can understand what your Creator's divine plan was for a family. Because what we see today, some of the dysfunctionality, every family is not dysfunctional. Let me be clear. Every family is not dysfunctional. The things that we are seeing that is dysfunctional, that was not the divine intent. So what do? Do we let it fly? Or do we identify it as the lie and replace it with the truth? But we got to understand, what is the truth? Because sometimes we identify it as a lie, but we don't know how to replace it with the truth because we don't know where to find the truth. And this is what we do here on the Inner Truth Show, is we identify the truth. We identify the truth. You don't have to walk in fear around that family member no more. You don't have to walk in anger and anxiety around those family members anymore. You can have fun. You don't have to worry about being manipulated. You don't have to worry about being violated. A little heavy tonight. This whole series is a little heavy, but we are decreeing and declaring that there will be no more traumatic experiences for your lineage. How about that? How about that? How about that? The dysfunction may start with something as simple as a parent who models unhealthy behavior. Somebody somewhere models some unhealthy behavior. Again, it could have been auntie, uncle, cousin, great-great-great-great-great-grandpa, great-great-great-great-great-grandma. And the only reason why they exemplified and modeled that type of unhealthy behavior is because they were manipulated, swindled, persuaded, victimized, burdened. Somebody got caught slipping. We're going to work through this, y'all. I'm waiting to hear some testimonies. And speaking of testimonies, let me leave this with you guys. You see streaming down below, there's an existing co-author project, and we welcome men and women. Absolutely. I'm crying out, Father, where are you? Sometimes, even in what we covered tonight, there's a testimony. Somebody resonated with something tonight as it relates to unresolved conflict. But somewhere you said, life has got to be better than this. This is not where the story ends for me. And you went through that path and you went through that journey anyway, and you came out on the other side. Well, somebody is getting ready to go into it, and or somebody is already in what you've experienced. And we ask you, if you have a passion to share your story, or if you've never shared it and you know you have a purpose in sharing it, join this co-author project. I'm crying out, Father, where are you? You can absolutely email myself as well as Maisha Barnett. The emails are streaming below. And send us an email. Send us an inquiry to let us know that you are absolutely interested. We can absolutely send over to you the information in joining this co-author project. I'm crying out, Father, where are you? Even in all of this unresolved conflict within family, you may not see anybody getting any better. Uncle so-and-so gonna stay drunk. Cousin so-and-so gonna stay in the streets. Cousin so-and-so gonna stay up in other married folks' homes. So-and-so gonna keep having kids. So-and-so kids ain't gonna never get healthy. I don't know. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you're experiencing, but what I do know is that there are seasons, and seasons change. They don't stay the same. And what I do know is that somewhere deep in you, you went through something and you're currently going through something, and you don't want anybody else to experience what you went through. Well, the only way that they won't is if you share your story. How will they know that there's any possibility of life being better than this, or me coming out on the other side, unless they see your testimony written in paper in a book amongst other authors who are sharing their testimony? So I ask you, I want to encourage you and inspire you. If you know you've got a story, join this co-author project. It is a plethora of authors coming together to love on each other, that is there to inspire and encourage through this process. You may be a new writer, you may be an experienced writer. Shoot, you might be an experienced writer, and this testimony you know is going to be so good, but it's painful to get out. this is your opportunity to share. See, I've had a couple of babies, right? And I had natural births. And it was painful because I chose not to have medication. But the glory of those babies coming to this world, breathing healthy. Now, would I do it again? I'm done. I'm finished. The hubs know that too. Baby, you know we done. But in all seriousness, it was painful birthing that promise that was meant to be in the world. Oh, but when it got to the world, those babies have blessed not only my life, but many of my family members' lives, strangers, teachers, community leaders. Wherever they go, they are just a blessing. And so I ask you, as you are birthing that story out as a new writer or experienced writer, know that it is going to help heal somebody, help them in their current journey of healing, and or help jumpstart them to healing. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I love you. I love y'all for real, for real. Please like and share. Go back and watch this replay. Identify your unresolved conflicts. Understand where they may have come from. Go below the surface. Don't forget to register for that women's conference. Let's change together. Let's go below the surface and let's do the work. Let's get our hands dirty and let's do the work, because we don't want the next generation to have to deal with it. We don't. Let's be clear. Why? Because the next generation get to say how much your Social Security is gonna be. Anyway, so let's teach them now, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all to pieces. We'll see you next Tuesday. Mwah.
She's sugary, she's spice. She is everything plus nice. Take her one-on-one class and she provides the best advice. She'll take you down to the trenches, but only to lead a new way. Only for the sake of you and your legacy, to establish a new day. Let's give a warm welcome to the Chief Reprimander and the Supreme Hugger, G. Smith.